This episode of Rolled Up is brought to you by Show Your Roll and Defense Soap. I'm an avid traveler, CEO of BudoVideos.com, and lifelong student of the martial arts, who strives to know more about the competitors and instructors who are revolutionizing the Jiu Jitsu lifestyle. Join me in my journey as I train, learn, and get rolled up. San Francisco has got to be one of my all-time favorite places in one of the most eclectic cities in California. A melting pot of ethnicities, cultures, and subcultures, this city has something for everyone, but for me, I'm here for the Jiu Jitsu. Just like the city where he resides, Kurt Osiander is one of the most enigmatic yet celebrated figures in all of Jiu Jitsu. It's 7 a.m. in the city by the bay, and I'm going to spend a full day with the Half Gracie black belt.
So Kurt, it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning, but here you're up and you're moving around. You didn't strike me as a morning person, but you really are, aren't you?
Well, luckily, I grew up doing a lot of construction, so I was always up in the morning to go to work. You got to be up and get to the job site, right? And then I'd get to the job site by like 7, work till 3, drive back home, get there by 4, wash up, and go straight to the academy.
How many hours a night do you usually sleep?
5.
Wow.
Sunday is my catch-up day. Sunday I fucking hang out. Sometimes I go train. Like if I have a bro that's getting ready for a fight, MMA, I'll go down and train with them on Sundays and do like a half day and then be home by noon and then totally decompress.
Right.
And yeah, sometimes it's a hard pace, but man, who else can say that they like to do their job? Right? My dad told me that a long time ago. He goes, Kurt, no matter what you choose to do, you better make sure you like it, or else you're gonna be a miserable motherfucker. He didn't say that part, I say that. So, he made it pretty clear to me that, you know, if you go after like jobs that are like big money and everything, and I was like, man, I don't really care about that much. It's a good thing too, but jiu-jitsu doesn't pay shit.
So Kurt, what's your morning workout routine?
You guys are witnessing my I do 12 rounds of rope, and then I have a guy that comes in, one of my old students, a purple belt. I train with him for an hour, and then I'm gonna rest a little bit and rehydrate, and then the 10 a.m. comes in and we'll drill. They'll drill, I'll rest, and then I'll train again. I'll do 6-6s with them, competition style, since all the tournaments are coming up. And then I'll teach another class, and then it'll be lunchtime, finally. But this is every Monday, but I do that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I do that, and my idea is, I don't know if it's a sound theory, but I train like until exhaustion, because I don't think I'll ever get that tired in a tournament. At least I hope. So I push myself really, really hard until like all I have is my technique and my brain working right. And plus, it's good to train that way, because then I can't muscle out of anything. I'm not gonna be able to save myself by doing something crude, right? And I got all these fucking young guys after me, and if I'm not in shape, they can sense it. They already sense that I'm starting to get a little bit slower, so they're coming after me. It's fucked up, bro. Because they know how old I am, you know? They're like, okay, I think he's gonna be tired today. Let's get Kurt, one after another. Then I have some guys, they know when they come. They go, 6th round, we go after Kurt. He's totally depleted now. Let's get him. But it's good because it pushes my defense, you know? And plus, you know, a lot of people think I'm crazy, but like my motto here for my guys is kill the master. And all the other guys are like, holy shit, Kurt, what are you doing? Oh, but that's the way Hal brought me up. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Hal goes, oh, get me. You know, so I tell them to get me because I don't want them to take it easy on me. Because I don't think, you know, anybody in the tournaments will take it easy on me, so that's what I do.
Is that your main source of cardio?
I do just 3 days a week, and then I do, on Saturdays I spar at least 10 rounds of Muay Thai. Wow. I gotta be ready, man. I don't know who's gonna walk in here. In the old days, there was all kinds of guys walking in. This was pre-UFC and then post-UFC. Because all of a sudden everybody was like, what is this Jiu Jitsu? I don't believe in it. They come in the academy, they want to challenge Hal, and Hal would be like, go over there and fight my blue belt. You know, I don't think you're gonna make it through him. So, we were always like the front line when somebody came in, didn't believe in Jiu-Jitsu. And then we were really mean back in the old days. The first batch was fucking mean as shit.
Who was there at that time?
Me, Big Dave Camarillo, Dan Camarillo, BJ, Cameron Earl, Scotty Nelson, Gombe, who else? It was loaded, man. It was stacked. We just killed each other.
This is your train station, your canvas, your metronome, your cable bridge, the steel threads of your past suspending the blueprints of your future. Your courtroom bench, you pass sentences to all those that accept mediocrity. You traverse the road less traveled, every win a friendly hitchhiker, every loss an unwanted stowaway. Your country. Defend what you have built. The natural ingredients in Defense Soap proven effective against grappling-related skin infections. Go to DefenseSoap.com to learn more.
It's lunchtime, and Kurt and I head out to 1058 Hoagie for an amazing selection of tasty subs.
I was really a bad kid, really bad, so I'd be like thrown in my room and my stereo would be taken out of there, and this is old time, there was no TV, and so my dad fucking throw fucking books in there. My mom would throw books in there. And pretty soon I'm like, I don't understand these words. Then a dictionary came in there, right? So then I developed super vocabulary, and my guys were like, you use all these really big words, you know what they are? I'm all, yeah, fuck you.
So reading books was a form of punishment almost when you were
the punishment was I had to be in my room. So I couldn't listen to music, and there was no TV in my room, so they were like, okay, you can't do that. So go in your room and stay there, and now here, read books. And then as soon as I started reading, man, it was over. I started to read everything.
What kind of subjects interested you?
I was like the Hobbit kid. I was a nerd, bro. I played Dungeons and Dragons. I did all that crazy shit. And to this day, I still like that. So all the crazy sword movies that come out, I'm watching them. All the samurai movies, I'm watching them. Anything and everything. Hey, tu tranco a porta? Boa. And then, like now, like in school, I liked history so much that I didn't think they went into in depth enough. So I study that now. Right. So I can study whatever the fuck I want now, right? Yeah. And then I was like, wow, I got some time in the middle of the day. Like right now is my middle of my day. I can either sit there and take a nap, read, but then I figured, hey, I can learn how to fucking do my artwork even better because I fool around. So then I got access to all these really great artists, and so now I go and I'm gonna accumulate 10,000 hours in that, right? So.
You follow the 10,000 hour rule?
It's true. So these guys are, what do I gotta do to get good? Get in here and fucking do 10,000 hours and you'll be fucking really good. They're all, really? Well, yeah, I don't give a fuck who you are. But like the big thing that I do like with my academy is like, we don't recruit. I don't look for athletes around here that are exceptional. I take whoever comes in there and I will make everybody good. Now, their mileage will vary. They will get good when it's their time, right? So some guys, it took them like some guy, that one kid I was talking to in there, Trey. That kid's gonna be good. Fuck yeah. We'll see some crazy shit happen. And like, you know, the kid's been there for a few months. He's a nightmare. He's already like, people come in from other schools and he's like rapes them, and then they're like, why is that kid a white belt? I'm like, well, I've only had him for fucking 6 months.
What do you think is the biggest obstacle for guys getting good?
Sometimes they close their minds and they have a preconceived notion of what combat is. And so they block themselves instead of listening to me. And I did the same thing, but I got fixed really quick. As soon as I asked a question or did something the wrong way, Half will let you know real fucking quick, bro, because he's really old school. So we were like the first batch that got beaten a lot. You fucking did something wrong, you got beaten. You moved the position wrong, got beaten. You did this, we're getting chased across the room, getting slapped in your head, you know?
Do you do that to your guys?
Yes.
That's a faster way to get them to learn?
I only do it with certain guys. You can't do that with everybody. These guys are paying customers, right? And they're like, fuck, I didn't come here to get slapped in my head. Well, fuck you, you're stupid. No, and the Half catches me every now and he's all, stop that. I'm all, I learned it from you, Dad. And he's like, God damn it, you know? So he can blame himself. But yeah, every now and then old Half comes out when he's here and he's teaching one of the guys that's, you know, the elite. And if you do something in front of him, all of a sudden I hear smack. I'm all, ha ha ha. So you have to laugh. You gotta watch out with this. They'll burn your nose hair. But it's so tasty.
So Kurt, you're a little bit older now since you started Jiu Jitsu. How has your Jiu Jitsu changed as you aged?
I believe that your Jiu Jitsu can always get better. I don't think that there's a limit on your learning. I believe there is a limit on your physical being and everything, but luckily for me, I'm still holding together pretty good, and my mind is really active, and I get the influx of like the new school jiu-jitsu into my old school, and so it keeps me stimulated because I learn those new moves, and then I go, okay, that's cool and everything, but this is how you fuck it up. You just do really old jiu-jitsu to it, right? And that's what's the best thing is like the purest form of the sport is still king, and that's your basics.
Do you think some guys are neglecting that now?
Absolutely, and you can see it when they get stuck in a bad position. They don't have their basics. They don't know how to get out of that position. They don't know how to, why is this happening to me? I was doing my game, and then all of a sudden, if you take the guy out of his game, right? That's what you're trying to do the whole time is what I was taught, is like, why follow the guy into his game? Sometimes I do, and I do it on purpose. Like, I'll throw myself in a very bad position. I'll throw myself in a triangle. I'll let the guy get my back. I'll let the guy do this. This is also to stimulate my defense, you know, and sometimes it goes wrong. The experiment will get wrong, and I'll get choked, or I'll get arm locked, or I'll get triangle. But in the academy, that's the proving ground. But yeah, I think that they totally neglect their basics. It's like, okay, my students can do berimbolo. Yeah, but can he do an elbow escape after my guy fucking doesn't get berimbolo and mounts you? Or does he know a good upa? You know, all these things are taken for granted, and I make my guys do basics all the time, constantly.
So what do you think is the best mix? 100% old school jiu-jitsu or a little bit of advanced?
Yeah, just got to sprinkle it on. But the first thing you have to make sure is that your basics are sound, because the basics will carry you through everything. And what I've heard from everybody who's trained with like the guys like the old guard, like let's say Laborio or Zamario or Hickson or any of the old school guys, they're like, man, he just does his basics really, really good and hard, and I'm all right. Like Half. Do you think he berimbolos, bro? No. He doesn't even, he looks at that and he's all, he gets it. Bro, his thing is this, he's gonna take your back. If he takes your back, you're fucked. If he mounts you, you're fucked. he passes like a goddamn turbo, like me. He taught me how to do my pass. That's why I look like this. So I'm using my face as I'm passing, but my game is like house. And then my knees got screwed up, and so I do half guard. So I love deep half. I love half guard. I love doing that stuff. And then if I need to, man, if I fall back to my old positions, I go straight to fucking closed guard, and you're not going out. And that's what he always taught me. He goes, the guy has to deserve to open your guard. Why would you just open your guard for no reason? Well, yeah, that makes sense to me, because he has to deserve to open your guard. So
Makes sense.
that's what I like. I like old school jiu-jitsu. So we're gonna head over here. We're gonna go over to Seventh Son and see the guys.
Have they done most of your work?
Yeah. Since I got Joey and Luke over there, Luke did one arm, Joey did the other arm, and then a good friend of theirs did my back piece, and then one of their really good friends, Yutaro from Skull and Sword, did one of my thighs, and then I go, wait a minute, I'm uneven, I better let Joey do my other thigh. And then Luke started eyeing me up, looking at my chest, and he's going, yeah, I want that half. I'm like, shit. So, and now my wife's like, no, I'm done, through with that, that's enough. And I'm like, well, if I come home with tattoos, you cannot blame me.
And what do you do when you're getting a tattoo? Do you sleep?
Some people get so, mellow and relaxed, they can. Like one, but me, I usually drink and take pills.
Do you enjoy the pain?
I enjoy pain. I mean, my whole job is pain. That's why I laugh. I know some people, they talk about, the S&M scene here. I'm like, fuck, these guys are fucking pussies. They're playing around with fucking kid stuff, slapping each other and spanking each other. You want to really feel pain? Come here. I'm gonna fucking punch in your head. That's not what it is. Whatever. You guys are fucking weirdos. So here we're getting close to Seventh Son. Check out this spot. This is a bitchin' fucking tattoo shop.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's cool, huh?
That's awesome.
Mr. Rojas. ¿Qué pasa, muchacho? Over here you have Gordon Combs. He's super old-timey man, wilderness. And over here is Jeff Croce. Jeff is super biomech, crazy skulls and stuff like that.
Or armor and hawks.
Armor with hawks, or hawks that wear armor. And then Greg Rojas, super specialty, black and gray and script. Really, it's Greg's World. As you can see, Greg's World on the wall. Eric Reith, right here. Super Japanese style. Really, really very good guy. His apprentice, Alex, he's the real apprentice for Seventh Son. Cecilia Altamirano, she trains with me. She's one of my white belts, but she's very, very good tattooist. She specializes in like flowers and anything actually, but very delicate, fine, really good, refined work. Nick Chaboya, he's like very crazy. If you can see, his tattoos are always fucking huge and really abstract. You can look all this up on seventhson.com if you want to pick somebody out. Here's Luke, one of my black belts, also a black belt at tattooing. Very, very accomplished, does Japanese style. And as you can see today, they're very busy. So that's a good sign that everybody's tattooing at one time.
How long does it usually take to get an appointment?
That depends on the person. You're looking at anywhere from like 3 months to, who's the worst case scenario here? Luke?
Boy is out by a year right now, so it depends on the guy, but you're looking at least, a couple months.
Wow.
Unless it's something.
A friend of ours is 3 years.
Wow.
So you go talk to him, and then 3 years later, you'll get tattooed. Come on, I'll show you the drawing room where they all start doing everything. This is like the drawing room. This is the light table. This is where usually the guys will consult with a customer and measure up their arm with tracing paper and put the landmarks and everything. And as you can see, Joey's one of my brown belts and one of my MMA fighters also. He's starting a creation here. The guy wants more added to the tattoos that he already has been doing. So he's working on the back piece for a guy who already has 2 sleeves, and he's gonna tie it together. What else? There's a miniature library here of all kinds of like history of everything, reference, all the craziest books you could ever imagine, and very educational stuff like the legends of what's behind your tattoo, which really is really interesting. Is like I learned something really cool about the legends of this genre, Tibetan or Japanese or Norse, or which that's what I'm into, you know? And then, of course, good old technology. You have to have a fucking computer. I don't know how to work it, but it's there.
So how about you? You've been working on your drawings for a long time.
Yes.
Do you aspire to do your own tattoos?
I was talking to you about that. I don't know, we'll see. What I really want to be able to do is like do some really cool Jiu Jitsu art. I already have like in my little brain what I want to do, but I want to hone my skills, and so when I feel like it's really cool, I'm going to start doing like, I'll take an old gi and clean it and then put it on like a board and do like action jiu-jitsu stuff in like black and gray and stuff like that.
Sounds cool.
I think so. I think there might even be a market for it.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully it'll be, I'm definitely going to do something really cool with what I learned here.
Could you imagine someday you sitting out there giving people tattoos?
I don't know, we'll see about that.
All right.
So I've known Kurt since I was 17, 18. He's kind of been like a jiu-jitsu kind of father figure for me. You know, he's always been there. He's not only a great coach, a personable guy, someone that everyone can relate to and talk to and hang out with, but he's also someone that everybody respects as a teacher, and finding someone that has both, I think, is really rare. I love Kurt. I'm stoked that he comes and hangs out at the shop every day after training, and he's learning to draw, and everybody, he's just such a great personality to have it here at the shop. So we all love him. He offers gum to everybody in the shop every single day after lunch and hangs out, and we hear him laughing from across the shop, and so yeah, he's cool to have around.
Hi, I'm Kurt, and I want to tell you about my tournament. This is the Kurt Osiander Finisher Series. This is a gi tournament. It will be held on August 10th in San Francisco at St. Anne's Event Center. This will be a submission-only tournament with a unique system of pooling. The pooling system will allow for a minimum of 4 matches per player per division. The shorter match encourages fast submissions. This tournament is for kids yellow and orange belts, adult white, blue, and purple, both men and women. Prizes will be awarded to the winners, and for early registration and more details, go to kofinisher.com. See you at the finisher.